All right, what's going on, guys? Haven't done a video analysis on Bitcoin in quite a while. So today I'm going to actually be doing two different videos. Right in this video, we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin, and then I'm actually going to upload another one right after this that's separate for those of you that want to take a look at my thoughts on some of the altcoins. Yeah, that's what we're going to do today. I know I've done them in live streams, but not necessarily a video. So we're going to go ahead and do that today. I hope that you enjoy the video. Let's go ahead and get right into the charts. All right, you guys know how I roll. We'll start on the weekly chart, which is pretty self-explanatory. We're in a massive range here, and we are resting on the median line. That's really all there is to say about this. The price action is mostly flat. And if we take a look at our indicators, the RSI has been flat now since November, and it's been just long, steady, bearish volume all through here since pretty much the beginning of November. Okay, that's pretty much the way that it is right now. Obviously, the MACD down here, it is in bearish territory. However, we've been arcing up now for quite some time. So maybe there is a good chance that we might just be bouncing off this median line here, similar to this fake head and shoulders that we had back here that I've been on about since this was forming, where we got this big head and shoulders fake out and continued to the top side. So seeing something like this, okay, maybe we're just kind of seeing the same thing here where we're going to do one of these. Okay, so very, very close there. Not really much else to say about the weekly chart. Let's head over to the daily chart. All right, before I get too much into indicators or any of that stuff, if you break that overall weekly range down, you can break it down. And this is our daily ranges. Those of you that have been here for a while, you guys know this. By the way, if this is your first time here, I've noticed a lot of you guys watching these videos are not subscribed, something like 93% of you. So please just, real quickly while we're going over the charts, just smash that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on any updates, tutorials, algorithm updates and stuff like that. That's actually another video that I've got coming for you on Friday, is just a little one about how to get set up on Astrobit and use the automated trading strategies, my own algorithms and stuff like that if you're interested. So with that said, daily ranges here, we're still just kind of hanging on to this proposed channel that I've had drawn for quite some time now. I do have that lower range. I explained that in the last video that I did. Okay, so right here, we're just like slowly grinding this down and just really, really making a very significant repetitive test of this major historical daily area of demand down here. Okay, so this is good. Once we battled this, we had one really good solid area of retest here that lasted for about a month. And now for about here, I would be expecting this to last maybe about a month, for a couple, more days or something, maybe another week or two. That is possible. We could end it early. But the expectation would be, to see something like this, and be retesting, equal highs or something, start seeing some mean reversion, particularly the top of this channel and our overall daily range here that we're in right now, that median line, be testing that, maybe retest these. And then, starting to make our way back up again. Now, of course, that doesn't have to happen. Nothing says that this is going to, break out to the top side. So we are coiling down with one deviation. So this could easily break down and we could start seeing equal lows down here as well. Being in the middle of this range right here, if you were really to break this down and call this a range high and this one a range low, just sitting at that median line, we're starting to get into a little bit of dangerous territory. But if we take a look at our indicators, everything for the most part is mostly flat. Since the middle of this move to the downside, the bearish volume has been dying off pretty significantly. Even on this drop here, it wasn't anything in volume compared to this real big initial liquidation cascade that we had. In general, the MACD was looking good. We did see some bullish divergence that played out with this little relief bounce that we got off of the pin bar wick. And unfortunately, MACD didn't break into bullish territory. The RSI is still sitting in bearish territory, below the 50 line, below the 44. And the MACD crossed bearishly and curling right back over to the bearish side. So being at such a major support, and a lot of alts are like this too. We'll go over that in the other video. But this is a very good level of support here. Like this is where you would want to be, this is a high risk, high reward kind of play here. If we flip our chart upside down, okay, you're telling me you're not going to short that resistance, right? I mean, if the chart's upside down, clearly you're going to be, shorting something like this, right? It's a double top. You want to short that with expectation of, something like this happening. Okay. Or potentially down here into this, that was a terrible straight line, into, areas like this. Okay. With the chart right side up, the way that it's supposed to be, that turns out to be like the 60K-ish area. Okay. So if we are going to be bouncing here, it needs to be a pretty substantial move, at least to be retesting these highs up here at our major resistance between 52K. The levels up there going up to there are going to be quite the challenge. So let's actually take a look at Ichimoku Cloud real quick. We are very below everything with a big red cloud over us. That's really all you need to know here. I'm not going to go into very much depth with this. We're crossed bearishly. All of our EMAs basically are crossed bearishly. The 100 and 200s coming in for a bearish cross. And we're below all of the Ichimoku indicators. So that's all that needs to be said there. Now, taking a look at points of control, okay, there are obviously tons of naked points of control below us. However, the ones in our immediate area, if we are going to be moving to the top side anytime soon, ladder all the way up to about 51,000. Okay, so right in that comfy range, this is another confluence area for a move to the top side. The closest one below us is 37.8. It's pretty possible to hit that if we lose support here. I think that we would do that rather quickly because if we did see another significant drop to the downside like that, it would be dropping into some pretty serious demand. There's just not too much demand right now for Bitcoin over 50,000. That's why we've just been kind of sitting, in this stagnant, slow, grindy corrective phase. So if we take that off and we start measuring with fibs, you guys know that I like to do that. We're literally sitting basically right at golden supports, golden pocket support here. So hitting that naked point of control down here, it's literally directly at the 70% mark if you measure this overall move. Okay, see this yellow line lines directly up with the 70% in the golden pocket. So this is a major area of confluence. This is probably where I'm going to be evaluating before the end of this week as well as next week, adding to my long positions, considering how the volume goes the next few days, how this channel ends up resolving, and start thinking about getting into a position. Now, for the downside, there's a couple ways that we can predict that. I really don't like using this wick here. Well, let's measure it both ways. Let's include the wick first, right? So basically sitting at 382 support. If we don't include that wick, what's the lowest here? Between 0.5 and 618 was our lowest test, and we're sitting in between. That's kind of a difficult one, but for the meantime, if we really come down to like a 4-hour chart, really crappy looking RSI, really choppy. The indicators don't really look too great here. Even the MACD, the lines are like super, super close and on top of each other, mostly through here. That means that the market is, not really trending. It's just really, really flat and choppy. That's exactly what we're seeing here. We can't, for right now, in the last day or two, we can't seem to, hold above 44 and start climbing up more into the RSI's neutral territory. And it, doesn't, it's just rough. It's just really rough in here. I just really don't like it. But this is what I want to point your attention to. Is it this? Okay, so that's a closer look at the naked points of control that are above us. Okay, so these, if you're going long, like these should be basically targets for you. Okay, or short entries, whatever you want to do. They're sells from the long side, right? So whichever way that you look at it. So that's more clear where these are, right? 51,000. 49,175, 48,115, and 46,355. Okay, so those are your three naked points of control. Now, Ichimoku Cloud here, still we have a red cloud above us on the 4-hour chart. However, we've just battling this 50 EMA throughout this entire downtrend has been really rough. If you guys remember in my last couple last videos, I've gone over that. Like once we break down officially below the 50 EMA, it is incredibly hard for whatever reason for Bitcoin to get past and back above that with enough momentum that it trend changes. It's always very, very difficult for Bitcoin to do that. And now it's going to be even more rough because not only have we been below the 50 EMA for so long, but we actually did just get, it looks like we're coming in for another bearish cross here on our TK on a 4 hour, and huge red cloud above us with our 102 MA above us in there as well. So really looking rough. I'm not really convinced of too many bounces here. We need to see a lot of volume coming into the market. There's just no volume right now with all this chop in here. It's just really gross, basically. Like this price action is pretty gross. So on our 1 hour, this is pretty much what we got here. Even our indicators are like really jacked up here, right? So we've got like a double top rejection here. We don't have any, bearish divergence here or whatever. It's just two equal tops on our indicators as well. Very difficult to trade stuff like this. This is where a lot of people end up getting chopped up. Just really low volume, and the spikes of volume are probably people either averaging in like whales and market makers, averaging in and out of positions that have been open for like a long time. That's when you see like big swing failures like this, huge wicks and volatility to the downside. Normally in an area of flat momentum like that, that you see a lot of that. This is why I mentioned again in my last video, and I'll keep harping on it, I really don't like entering into positions near these median lines. It's just too fucking choppy. It's too ridiculous. Unless you're in an actual area of major supplier demand. This kind of stuff right here, I don't like taking trades like this. They're too unpredictable. If you didn't close here, it front ran your exit for a short, like let's say you shorted the midline. Great short, right? Yeah, but it didn't hit your freaking targets and then it reversed back to your entry. So what did you do? You exited and then it moved back into the profit again. Just miss me with all that. I'll just wait until we hit another major level and then I'll make a move on spot. All right, guys. So that is pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the analysis today. It gives you more of a clearer picture as well as some of my thoughts and stuff on where we're at with the price action, what's causing this, where the price is potentially to go. Targets for both sides, no matter which way that you're biased or believe with your own analysis that the price will go. Try and help you guys out a little bit. Free alpha. Make sure that you smash that like and subscribe button. Get subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate it. It helps me out with those YouTube algorithms and stuff. And check out all the links in the description below. I've got like discounts in there for heat maps and liquidation charts. Obviously, there's links in there for my website if you're interested in mentorship with my Discord, as well as links to my automated algorithms and stuff that is done in partnership with Astrobit. With that, I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Look forward to the altcoin video that I'm going to be posting later on, either today or tomorrow morning. And with that, happy trading.